Produced by Luc Besson, the guy behind Leon the Professional and The Fifth Element, and directed by Pierre Morel, whose first film was a French parkour showcase, District B13, Taken follows Liam Neeson in the movie that has made him today's go-to old but not too old action star, Brian Mills, a family man with a shady past handily explained by Forrest Whitaker here in Taken 3.
21, he joins the army. At 23, he joins the special forces. He's a trained sniper, an explosives expert.
So yes, this film spawned 2 sequels along with a bunch of derivative knockoffs, but why was this film so successful? Arguably, Neeson is the only thing separating it from being another direct-to-video Seagal or Van Damme effort, and as it went on to make over $226 million on a relatively affordable $25 million budget, it has to have more than just Liam Neeson saying intense things to Eastern Europeans.
And I will kill you.
Right? First bit of action happens 11 minutes in, with Neeson in a dark alley saving that singer you recognise but can't quite name from a random knife-wielding attacker. It's pretty forgettable as a little moment, but it's the only real action if you don't count the daughter being kidnapped, until he attacks this little French guy at the 37-minute mark. Neeson does dispatch one unlucky guy for his patented throat hit attack, which he does quite a lot, but otherwise all that happens here is he chases this dude of questionable intelligence until he is, yeah. The main issue with this film for me is that Neeson just isn't that interesting. He doesn't say much, and when he does, the one-liners really don't have much to them.
I told you I would find you.
He's almost too dry, and it's just not that fun watching him do his thing. There is this amusing bit where he shoots someone's wife for information, and you get the sense that the director was so proud of it, he tried it again in his next film, From Paris with Love. So how is the majority of the action? It's okay. It all happens in pretty dull locations, with the main set piece actually happening halfway through the movie, at this makeshift brothel in a construction site. It leads to fistfights, a gunfight, and then a car chase. As usual, throughout this movie the hand-to-hand stuff is shot a little too close up and shaky cam. But the gunfight that follows is even worse. Like, you can see the geography is all over the place, they're shooting in every direction, and it all happens so quickly that one of the main gunfights is completely forgettable. And the car chase that follows isn't great either, though it does have the best music, as other action sequences have stuff like this. It really isn't that easy to follow who's in what car. It does have this fun little moment though. But it's these fun moments that make Taken as an action movie all the more frustrating. Here Neeson plays dead, which is a great little detail I hadn't seen utilised in an action movie before, and his no-nonsense killing of this final bad guy was really well done. But it follows a final action sequence so bland, you kind of find it hard to remember the action in the movie at all. It doesn't really have any antagonist, except maybe this guy who's in the film for all of 2 minutes. And as you can see, for this dark, seedy underworld set revenge rescue movie, surprisingly bloodless. It almost feels like they were aiming for a PG-13, which makes sense as they achieve that with the next 2 films. But they were restricted by how dark the tone is. Even the torture scene isn't as violent as the one in Casino Royale, and it's definitely not as well done. At times, the film seems to really edit around any type of blood, which affects the flow of the action sequences. And you can see here the bodies feel somewhat delayed when they fall, and this is pretty common throughout. And it definitely gives the gunfights this strangely muted feeling. Taken isn't all that bad, but it really isn't that great, with nothing particularly fresh or exciting to it. If you want fast editing and great fight sequences, check out the Matt Damon Bourne films. And if you want an intense Liam Neeson thriller, go for The Grey. To wrap it up, the comprehensibility of the action is sadly on par with most films these days, and it does avoid CG blood, which was great to see, though it does this by basically just not having any blood at all. The ex-Black Ops Death Machine does get knocked out this easily though, so I really don't get how this guy became our new action hero.